problem is. I can't. So I work on it a while, tell them to go have lunch, and they come back, and it's all working. And they say, well, what was the problem? And I go, just magic fingers. And that is what I did. So that was my response. The song that we just played, The Byrds, 1965. #1 hit on the charts at that time. 2,000-year-old lyrics.
From Ecclesiastes.
From Ecclesiastes. Yep, I use that frequently in some of the funerals that I will do. So not all of them, but occasionally.
Yes.
And the whole idea was that obviously in the mid-'60s there was stuff going on, and we had just gotten to Vietnam and lots of unrest. So the song was for everyone to accept that things will change. I mean, they do. They just change.
Darn.
I know. Hard to believe.
Change.
Okay.
Change is good. And change
Much as you like things the way they are sometimes. Oh, here's just a fascinating fact. The first toilet ever shown on television appeared in 1957 in an episode of Leave It to Beaver.
Really?
Yep. And then I wrote underneath here, Archie Bunker was the first to flush. And, okay, the first couple in bed.
Dick Van Dyke. Mary Tyler Moore. Oh, I thought it was them.
Flintstones. Okay.
That's why you come to church.
I know. You never leave here without learning something, that even if it is completely useless. So. I know. I don't remember if I did these or not.
That's okay, they can't remember.
I know, yeah. Beauty is such a simple thing. A tender bud, a bird on a wing. And the heart that loves is always young. What? What bell did I ring? Oh, she's not going to tell us. She's not going to. Oh, okay. Okay, t-shirts and sweatshirts that you may or may not want to have, take with you, or whatever. English is important, but math is importanter. And M-A-T-H, math. Make America think harder. I, for one, like Roman numerals. To the guy who invented zero, thanks for nothing. I know. And most of all, least of all, we have a couple patron saints by the name of John Lennon and George Carlin. I watched a video this morning from the Dick Cavett show, which would have been like 1964, somewhere in that general area.
I would have been 14.
Yeah, had the Rolling Stones on there. Just young boys. They'd been together 18 months, and the girls in the audience were going wackadoodle. So they called 4 of them up on stage. Oh, it was hysterical. It was absolutely. And then they sung a song afterwards. And then right after that, it showed a picture of John Lennon, Paul McCartney, and George Harrison. 1957. They were 14 and 15 years old, playing at a wedding. Who knew? I mean, our grandboys started their band when they were 15, 14, 15. So, and they're in their late 20s now. So, anyway, John Lennon. Why in the world are we here? Surely not to live in pain and fear. Why on earth are you there? When you're everywhere, come get your share.
Who wrote that?
That was John Lennon.
Yeah, it certainly wasn't George.
Certainly was not George. Good point.
You're here, you're there, you're everywhere. So
It's okay, Bear.
Yeah.
what cartoon was that? I don't know. I'm showing my age today. Gosh.
Cartoons showing your age. And George, when you think about it, attention deficit order makes a lot of sense. In this country, there isn't a lot worth paying attention to. Whatever. All right. Okay.
Do you need me to do some interim stuff while you're balancing your
No,
balance yet?
no,
Okay.
no. Okay, oops.
Your
Okay.
stickies don't taste.
A minister decided that a visual demonstration would add emphasis to his Sunday sermon. 4 worms were placed into 4 separate jars. The first worm was put into a container of alcohol. Second one went into a container filled with cigarette smoke. Third one went into a container filled with chocolate syrup. Easy for me to say. The fourth worm was put into a container of good, clean garden soil. At the conclusion of the sermon, the minister reported the following results. The first worm in the alcohol, dead. Second worm in the cigarette smoke, dead. Third worm in the chocolate syrup, dead. The fourth worm in the clean soil, alive and well. So the minister asked the congregation, what did you learn from this demonstration? Maxine was sitting in the back and quickly raised her hand and said, as long as you drink, smoke, and eat chocolate, you won't have worms. Pretty much ended the service. Yeah. Today is International Disturbed People's Day. I don't know what day that was. But the last time I did that was 2012. So if you remember it, you've been here a while.
If you don't remember it, you've been here since yesterday.
How do you get an astronaut's baby to fall asleep? You rock it. What is Han Solo's favorite restaurant? Jabba the Pizza Hut. Captain Kirk, our next mission takes us to the sun. Scotty, we can't do it, Captain. The sun is far too hot. Captain Kirk, don't worry, Scotty. We'll land at night. What kind of songs do astronauts like? Neptunes. Okay. I'm done.
So 2 things I want to share with you. First of all, Jackie Bachet is going to teach a class on how to make dream catchers.
Cool.
This is pretty. This is like an example of that. This one is a little dragonfly in the center.
That's a bigger example
Pretty
over there.
beads. Yes, she has 3 to share.
When will she do that?
That is going to be on August 3rd here at the church, 10 a.m.
What day is August? What?
It's a Saturday.
Saturday? Okay.
There's a pretty one with angel wings on it. And then there's tangled. There's a bigger one.
Cool.
Also with an angel on it. Isn't it pretty? So I don't know what sizes or whatever, but she'll teach you how to do that. How fun is that? If you'd like to sign up for that class, I don't have this on a clipboard, but I can send it around and maybe somebody will go find a clipboard for us.
So can I assume you end the class with a dream catcher?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know the cost on that. So anyway, if you get a
Is there a clipboard handy? Anyone know?
there's, I think Beth's getting one.
Okay. Thanks. Okay. Anything else?
Also, yes, one more thing.
Okay. One more thing. We had a lot of good stuff happen.
Man.
Yeah.
How many people were here for the drum healing labyrinth walk on Friday? Was that awesome? It was
awesome.
That was amazing, amazing. It was too hot to go out and walk, so we stayed inside and had Indian fry bread and made prayer sticks until it started to cool off, and then we went out and did the labyrinth walk, and it was wonderful. New people came and they visited, and it was just lovely, lovely, lovely. So we're hoping to do more things like that in the future. This Thursday evening at 6:30 to 8ish, I'm going to do an Ancient Ones.
What's that?
An Ancient Ones, thank you, but I'm forwarding it. I channel this group of ascended beings that will answer your questions. Normally I charge $35 per person, and if it comes as a couple, you can get in for $50. I'm doing away with that. All the money's going to go straight to the church. It's $20 per person. And so we're going to meet in here. Normally I limit it to 16. As many people as want to come. You'll all be given a ticket and we'll draw the ticket for who gets to be asking their question next. So we'll answer as many questions as we possibly can, and they'll give a blessing before and after. You had a question on that?
Yeah. What's an ancient one?
Ancient One is an ascended, is a group of ascended beings that have been channeling for
30 years?
30 years, yeah.
At least.
I was in a session with someone and she asked a question and I didn't have an answer, but all of a sudden the room energy shifted and this beautiful information came through. And I went to look at that was back when I had a cassette player, this is how long ago it was. And the cassette player had stopped, so it wasn't recorded at all. And I said, oh, that's too bad. So I reset the cassette. Everything up to that point was recorded. So I reset the recorder to start from that point on. And she said, well, I really wish I could hear that again. And all of a sudden, the exact same words came through again. And that time it locked and loaded. And since that time, it was like I would pray about, what is this? Who is this? But it's powerful messages from beings that love us so much and want to assist us. So they're beings that lived on this planet, lived on this earth, lived as humans, passed away, and have asked for the opportunity to help us that are here. So they've crossed over, they're in the light, and they're filled with love and compassion, and they really speak to your heart. So it's a phenomenal situation. Yes?
Will you be able to record this for those of us who are gone, or is it not recorded?
I don't usually record them, and the only reason why is because sometimes the question and answer is really personal.
Okay, makes sense.
I could see about the blessing, the before and after blessing, and seeing if I could have those recorded.
Okay.
Let me see if I can't guarantee, but I'll try.
Okay.
And hopefully we'll do more.
Yes.
Other question?
What day again, Jen?
That was Thursday, this Thursday, the 27th, 6:30 to 8-ish. I have no idea how long that will. As long as we need to.
There's something. Oh, building.
Yes, please tell us all about that.
Okay. We are going to get the outside taken care of. Paint, repairs, the whole 9 yards. It'll be green with pink stars. What color will it be?
Gray.
This like a light gray.
Light gray, and then the trim is going to be a light teal, and all the doors are going to be a dark teal. So really, and kick plates around all the doors, and repairs everywhere. So because there's a lot of damage,
Yeah,
it really needs some help.
It is a phenomenal deal at right around $4,000. I mean, that's a lot of work.
So a lot of workmen are donating their time and money. Erica is pulling it all together. So we're just paying for supplies. All they need us to do is help tape off the windows before they
maybe some
lunch
screening.
or something.
Oh yeah, we'll feed them lunch. We'll just take good care of them.
Maybe a little scraping, but you know that's I'm blown away.
Wow, it's awesome.
It's
Awesome.
great.
So yay. We don't have a date for that yet, so I'll keep you posted.
Within the next few weeks.
Huh?
The light for the cross.
Oh, well, they're going to install a light for the cross. We have more information about that, but that's in the works. We'll get, so really cool stuff.
So if you know anybody that wanted to donate to help with that bill, that would be nice. But, you know.
We send out a clipboard for that.
You know, whatever your heart tells you to do, that's what you do.
Yeah.
You know, this is just, that's not the issue. Okay, moving on. Are you done?
I'm done.
You're done for now.
I'm done.
Okay, so I think I'm done for now. We have a guest speaker today. I don't know which seat again. It is with great pleasure that I'd like to introduce you, and with a little sadness as well. This will be her last Sunday with us, Areta Meek. You are anointed. Speaker. All right.
Hello, beautiful people.
Yeah, so I guess, huh?
Are you on camera?
Mm-hmm. Sadly, yeah. So yeah, so this will be my last time probably speaking up here. I don't think it'll be our last time coming here. Hopefully not. But things have shifted in my life, and it looks like I'm going to be moving over to the west side. The wifey was going to move here, didn't really work out. Things just kind of moved in a different direction, and I think I felt like maybe it was just time for that change for me, I guess. You get pulled where you're going to get pulled, right? And probably because she wanted to move here and I didn't want to move is probably why it's working out that way.
Never say never.
She was excited to be here. I was excited to stay. Everybody gets what they want and is comfortable. Life says, okay. That's the first sign that it's going to go the other way. I think sometimes there was a little part of me that always kind of knew whenever she was doing a job interview or something. She said, you never thought I was going to take any of the jobs. And I was like, I don't know why. It wasn't you. I just felt like it wasn't supposed to work out for some kind of reason. But yeah, so I will be going over there probably here in the next couple weeks, but I'll still be here in and out for several months. So it'll all be okay. We'll pop in and still come in and see everybody. But I have been honored to be able to be up here and tell you guys what's on my mind for the last year, I guess it's been. I've been honored to live with some of you. I've been honored and touched by a lot of you. I don't know everybody here today, obviously, but William, Sandra, not much I can say there. Well, Nancy and May, I'm going to miss you guys so much. Harris, you crazy. Crazy lady. Ellen's even crazier. Yeah. Wouldn't want him any other way, right? And it would have been so cool if I had something really profound to say up here. I don't, so don't get excited. But I think other than how grateful I am, ever since I started this spiritual journey back in my 20s, which feels like it was the 20s, I have wanted to be in a space where I could share messages. And I think I have something that, has been really heavy on my heart lately. I think especially this last year. What I've really learned this last year, a lot happened this last year. This church happened this last year for me, and meeting my soulmate happened last year. It's been a crazy year. And what I sought out to do and sought out to find, just like this whole moving thing, has not been what I thought. And I have to say, in the beginning of my journey, I had this idea that helping and guiding and teaching meant, I don't know, being smart and maybe telling people what to do or what they should do, or giving really awesome advice, helping somebody move, a lot of us in this room are light workers, which means we're people pleasers and have problems with boundaries. It's a beautiful thing. And I did too. And I had boundary issues with my damn self, trying to honor the fact that you feel a call and a pull to help, to teach, to guide, to be there, not ever knowing. I think when I listen to podcasts of past life regressionists or psychics, one of the biggest questions that they get asked all the time is, what's my purpose? What am I supposed to do? Everybody feels like they're supposed to be doing something, right? And we can't figure out exactly what that is. What's my space? What's my place? What's my special talent? What's my gift? And I did that too. I did 3 different life coaching schools. I went to college. I went all over the place. I read a bunch of books, and don't get me wrong, all of it had its place. All the jobs had their place. I did caregiving and all kinds of stuff, you know, in the service field, all the way up to human services and social work where I am now. And it's all been wonderful. All of it's taught me something. But in the end, all I really know for sure is that you can spend an entire weekend cleaning your house and helping somebody move and doing all these good deeds. And I don't think any of it is as important as smiling at somebody on the street. You can give, you know, a person on the street money or buy them food or give any amount of money to a church or anything. And it's not going to matter as much as when you're feeling triggered that you say, wow, what's going on inside of me that I need to deal with for me? And you don't even think about the other person, right? And I'm learning that as much as, you know, everybody else is. Soulmate, man, I had a lot of, you know, crappy relationships and some things that I was really accustomed to. And then you know, you meet your soulmate and they're not what you thought they would be. It's yep. Yeah. It's a challenge. It's a challenge because you have to learn that you're not right. You see all the things that you're hiding from, all the things that you don't want to see. They reflect back to you. It's like, oh, you're so annoying. So are you. I'm not. Am too. And we, you know, we had our moments of growing pains, and it's been really good because I really just noticed that it's ironic that it gets better the moment that I stop trying to be heard or making excuses or trying to be right, and you just focus on validating, right? You focus on, like I said, what's going on inside of me that's making me feel this way. If I have any parting advice, if I wanted to say something to be kind of my last message up here, it would literally be to pay attention to what you identify as growth and healing. Growth and healing and being successful, I don't believe at all is about as much as what you do for other people. It's the silent battles. You know, I say like a good deed is a deed that's quiet, right? That people don't know, and it's like we struggle. I think there was a whole Friends episode about everything, anything that you do for other people, you're going to feel good about it yourself, right? So it's maybe always selfishly motivated. But something that's always inside of you that's a quiet battle is, are you going to talk badly about somebody? Because when we don't see how easily we're pushed by our ego. When we gripe about something, even if it's a person that cut us off, we're putting ourselves in a position where we're right and they're wrong. When we complain about somebody else, when we complain about having to work late at work or anything like that, anytime where we're complaining or griping or talking about another person, we're putting ourselves in a position where they're wrong and we're right. And that is ego. That's an egoic agenda. And that's okay if that happens first. But my advice would be to remember that when we get home, it's not going to be about what degrees we had, how much money we had, what car we drove, house, how much we helped other people. It's going to be how much we showed up for ourselves. How much did we say? Because at the end, it's the collective consciousness that we care about, right? We can do good deeds all day long, and if we're doing them because we want people to like us or we don't want to upset other people and we're people-pleasing, we're just adding to the consciousness that we have to be some kind of way. So every time you let your freak flag fly, every time you say, I would love to be able to help you, but I can't, or I'm not going to, or no thank you, or I don't like that. Every time we set a boundary for ourselves, every time we say, this is on me, this is my feeling and it's about me, and I'm just having a relationship with myself through everybody and everything else. All life is really just about us, because we're here to take care of us. And a lot of us are focusing on the deeds that we do. And it's not like helping people doesn't feel great. We're all walking each other home. We want to help each other. We want to be there for each other. But it's the moment that you decide to let go of trying to be right in an argument, in a talk, and you just validate and realize. I'll share one experience from my wife and I. There was one night that we were having, you know, I don't know if it was a difficult conversation, but maybe, you know, it was just a talk. And when we got off the phone, we both said goodnight at the same time. And I heard that we said goodnight at the same time. And then we got off the phone and went to sleep. And the next day, something came up about it, and my wife said, well, you didn't say goodnight last night. I was like, yes, I did. I did say goodnight. She's like, no, you didn't. I said, yes, I did. I said it at the same time that you did. And she's like, well, that wasn't my experience. You didn't say goodnight, and I went to bed without you saying goodnight. Which, there aren't a lot of rules in our relationship, but good morning, good nights, and I love yous are important. Those beginnings and ends, you know, we make it a point to do that. So we have that with each other. Dang it, I said it. So I was irritated that she's telling me I didn't say it, because I did. And then it hit me, like it slowly has started to. She didn't hear me, and her experience was that she did, no matter what I said, she did go to bed on her end not hearing goodnight from me. Doesn't matter that I said it, she didn't hear it. And too many times those little things happen where we think that we're right, and then we get to invalidate somebody else's experience. But that's their experience. Their experience has nothing, again, very little to do with us. Our experience, very little to do with them. So why can't we validate? You know, I got frustrated or hurt when you said this. Well, I wasn't trying to hurt you. Great. I'm really sorry. Like, I can understand not hearing goodnight when you go to bed could be pretty rough when we say that all the time. And maybe we're having a difficult conversation, right? Needed to hear that and you didn't. That's what it's about. I feel better validating. Sure, she feels better when I get to the validating. Right? What's it going to hurt? Those are the silent battles. That's better than donating $500 to an organization. The moment that you choose to love yourself and be there for yourself, the moment you say, I'm not going to go eat ice cream or watch this show, I'm going to sit with myself and just hold myself while I cry. Or when you're waiting to get something from somebody else to make you feel better, some sort of validation outside of yourself. The moment that you say, whether that comes or not, I love you. I'm here for you, to yourself. When you love yourself, when you choose yourself, when you actually choose healing, those are the most important moments of your life. When you smile at the stranger, when you show kindness to the person that can't show kindness to you, when they're showing you a history lesson of their past, when they're showing you a moment of something that they've been through, they're showing you how they've been made to feel. When you can be the angel instead of the person that shows them, yep, that's how people are, I'm going to be mean back. Choosing kindness is about loving yourself and being there for yourself and truly, truly healing. I mean, most of us will notice that we get the same experience in a different wrapper over and over again. We're always some kind of victim or we're a perpetrator. It doesn't really matter because the ego just needs an identity. It doesn't matter what it is. The ego doesn't care if it's a good guy or a bad guy. It just wants an identity. It just wants you to identify with it. It'll put on what mask it needs to. And it'll make anybody else look any kind of way to get you to hang out. Just trust on the inside that if you're upset, if you're angry, if you're hurt, honor the part of you that feels that way, but recognize why it's happening. This feeling is familiar to me. I know this feeling. It's been with me for a long time. Why? We always say that. Why do people always do this? Why do people always leave? Or why is everybody always stealing from me? Or why are people so untrustworthy? I challenge everybody to look at the beliefs that you hold about people because those beliefs are creating the experience, not the other way around. Form is not creating us. We created form. Everything that's coming into your experience is something you are bringing in by some kind of belief. The moment that you start to actually look at those feelings and really face those beliefs, and start to love yourself through them and not choose to watch TV instead, or just talk to somebody else, or not be alone, or smoke or drink or do whatever it is that flips that switch that says not right now, those are the moments that get you closer to God, closer to your soul. And everything that each one of you wants inside this room right now, every single thing that you guys want truly inside is ready for your authentic self. You cannot find it when you're hiding from it. When you're not being you, you will not find what's meant for you. And it will never feel good. It'll never feel right. And it will always fall. Whatever you build in someone else's name will fall because it doesn't belong to you. It's just going to fall away. Whatever you're attached to is going to, I was attached to this place, to this church, and now it's all got to fall away. And now I got to go be somewhere where I don't know anything or anyone except a couple of people. And that's my wife's personalities. I do love her, and that's the whole thing is, she's challenged me. She's challenged me to grow past my comfort zones. She's challenged me to grow past my need to be right, my stubbornness, my arrogance, and my ideas of what people and love and anything else should be like. Love doesn't pat your butt and tell you what you want to hear. It just doesn't. And she's sweet and she's wonderful, and I'm very excited for this next chapter, as sad as I am for this one to, be closing. But embrace change. Anything that's making you uncomfortable is literally saying, we're literally saying, God, this is what I want. This is what I want so bad. And when it tries to hand it to us in the form of uncomfortable, because uncomfortable is just a temporary lack of comfortable. That's all it is. Everything that we did and had was uncomfortable. All the things we love right now was a little uncomfortable, scary at some point. At some point. That does not mean that we don't do it or that's not amazing. Face your fears. Your fears are the key to where everything you want lies. And you can dance around that door all you want, but you will never get what you want. It'll just be a series of lessons until you finally surrender and say, ugh, finally the pain of going through this lesson over and over again is not as painful as facing myself. It's not as bad as you think it is. I promise you. Most of what you guys we're all holding on to is stuff from when we were kids, when things felt so big, right? They felt huge. And so we have this idea in our head that they're still that big. We're bigger. We're stronger. There's nothing you're going to experience outside in this world that is bigger than you. Unless you create a belief that it is, and then the universe will give that to you. Whatever you focus on will grow. If you focus on whatever you're anxious about, life will give you more to be anxious about. Because the universe doesn't recognize good or bad. It only recognizes is. That's right. So if you focus on what you prefer instead of what you don't prefer, then that's what will grow. So careful where you're watering. That's pretty much all I have to say. That's probably my last bit of words here. And thank you guys so much for bearing with me as I grow and I face these things, because we're all right here together. Except for these two up here. You guys are on some stuff. Yeah, you guys are on a whole new level. That's it.
Thank you. Trying not to cry. Too late. So I have a guided meditation. Yes, you wanted something, Phil? Oh, okay. Let's do the guided meditation first. I have a guided meditation for you. I've been working on this for several days, and it has shifted form several times. So let's just see how it turns out for us. So I'd like us to just get centered in the core of your being, in the part of your being that knows. It's a combination of our heart and our mind and our guts and our body and our spirit all of that together, knows the truth of who you are, knows the truth of your journey, knows what love is, knows what light is. And just breathe in this moment. Be here, be now. There's nothing else required of you at this moment other than to be here. And in this place of awareness, open your heart, open your mind, open your gut instinct, open your spirit. And let's take for us a little journey, a little walk. I'd like you to find your way to an old country road. Perhaps it looks like two tire marks, or two grooves in the dirt. And there's grass growing around, maybe wildflowers growing nearby, some trees with shade. It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining, but it's not too hot. Beautiful breeze, but it's not too breezy. Beautiful clouds in the sky. And as you're walking along, you come to a rise. And you can find a place to sit in an open meadow. Maybe there's a tree for shade if you need that. Maybe just being in the warm sunshine amongst the wildflowers is what your soul requires. Whatever you choose for yourself is just right for you. And from this rise, you can see all the way to the horizon. And you can see that it is starting to become nightfall. It's dusk, sunset. Oh, and there's beautiful colors playing across the sky. And the sun is starting to dip down. Maybe there's mountains in the distance, maybe there's just hills in the distance. Whatever you're experiencing is what is right for you. And as the sun is beginning to set, you realize that it's time to let go of something. Maybe it's a dream or a hope or an expectation that hasn't happened. Maybe it's a worry or a fear that you're ready to let go. Maybe it's a disappointment that no longer serves you to carry. And as the sun dips behind the horizon, allow yourself to truly and freely, fully let go. Maybe it's a story that just needed to end. Maybe it's just a pattern that it's time to let go. And you freely and fully let go. Now, what's magical and mystical about this wonderful experience is you're going to turn around, and as you turn around, you can see the other horizon. And you see the sun is peeking up over that horizon. It's a dawn of a new day, a new experience, a new pattern, a new awakening. And there's beautiful colors in the sky. What color is the most predominant color for you? It may have spiritual significance for you. Is it the golden sunlight? Is it orange? Is it pink? Is it peach? Is it white? Is it red? What color are you experiencing in this dawning of a new day, the awakening of a new dream, and the rising of a new hope? What color do you experience the most? Maybe it's sky filled with colors, but maybe there's a predominant one. Just notice whatever you're experiencing is what is right for you. Now look right in front of you. And right in front of you, there is a symbolic object for you to see. Divine Source has left you a gift that will help you with this new dream, this new hope, this new experience, this new pattern, this new awakening. So what is the gift you receive? Perhaps it's just a feeling. Perhaps it's just a color, maybe an orb of light. Or perhaps it's a symbolic object. Or maybe you hear a word. Whatever you're experiencing is what is right for you. So receive that with deep gratitude. Deep gratitude. And from that, allow yourself to stand up, walk back down the old country road, back into this time and space, and back into the here and now. Feeling refreshed, renewed, free, and awakened. Thank you. And Mr. Phil, if you join me up front. We have little individual communion cups in the back if you'd like to participate with that. Those of you at home, if you have a cracker and grape juice, join us. If you don't, join us in spirit. This is communion. This is when we commune with Jesus, the Ascended One. We commune with Divine Source, whatever that is for you. Interest? We remember that we're not walking this alone. We have help. We have divine assistance.
Good thing.
Amen to that. Join us in prayer, would you please? Loving Spirit of Light, as we take this into our bodies, help us to take in the assurance of your love and your guidance for us. Walk with us in all things. Thank you. In the name of Jesus, the Ascended One. Amen.
Amen.
This is the most challenging thing we do at this church.
Yes. This is the most challenging. It used to be the left-hand, right-hand thing, but you know, this is it.
I still say a Boda bag would be much better. Look it up.
I'm not a drinker, so.
Don't have to be. Don't have to be.
Can we get back to what we're here for, please?
Sorry.
Jeez. Join us in prayer, please. Loving Spirit of Light, as we drink this in, help us to drink in life, all of it, the goofy stuff, the tough stuff. Help us to know that you're right here with us. Thank you. In the name of Jesus, the Ascended One. Amen.
I suppose in a lot of places that'd be sacrilegious, mostly Catholic.
Better to be
Catholic.
sacrilegious than sanctimonious.
That's what I think. Absolutely.
Beth, would you turn the center light on for us, please, when you get a chance? Is Beth around?
She has a lead.
She have a lead. Somebody know how to, oh, Nancy does. Thank you. I
All
can't
here?
see.
There it is. Blinded by the light.
They won't understand what I say.
I just love watching everybody. It's so much fun. Just bright, shiny faces, all in your places.
Until they move, and then I'm
Yeah.
confused.
But thank you so much. We wouldn't do this without you. I mean, even though we kind of did for a couple of years online, that was just odd. Yeah. But thank you so much. And we do need a little help to keep everything going. So thank you so much.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna probably need the microphone. Anyone have a question about their guided meditation? First of all, let me give you some of the colors. Who had yellow as a predominant color in their sunset? Yellow. Okay, this is about awakening to new possibilities. Things are changing for you. Who had pink? Anybody have pink? Pink. Okay, so this is a heart awakening experience. Not that your hearts aren't already awakened, but more is coming. More is coming. And in the past, opening your heart may have been challenging or may have been draining. No. This is a giving and receiving in this new heart space, so that you are going to feel the love being poured in on a whole new level. Okay, yellow, pink, green. Anybody have green? Anybody have orange? Orange. The color orange here is about connections, making different connections in new ways. It's a harmonic of connecting in a way where your heart, soul, mind, body harmonizes in a different way with the people that you're around. Does that make any sense to you? Okay. Just telling you what I get. Anybody get red? Okay. Red is about claiming your power in a new way. Not force, not manipulation, not people pleasing, but becoming divinely empowered so you can be strong and powerful and gentle and peaceful all at the same time. Anybody have any different colors than that? Yes?
Purple.
Purple. This is, was that a southern accent sneaking in there? Purple. One of us. So this is divine connection on a whole other level. This is being a divine representative. So not just being connected in, but sharing that connection so that others can connect in. That makes sense? Any other colors? Turquoise. So turquoise is kind of a combination of blue and green. This turquoise is very grounding, earthy, and expansive at the same time. So this is about feeling home in your own skin. Kind of what Areta was talking about today. Any other colors? Light blue. Oh, yes. Light blue is about this is a huge shift. This is a huge sweeping away of old false beliefs, sweeping away of old patterns, old expectations, and being free. It's freedom. A dose of freedom. How cool is that? Does anyone have any questions about the gift that you received, the gift that was in front of you when you... Yes?
Mine was an amethyst, but it had like a point at the end.
Okay.
And it had engravings, like a sword. Like
Okay. So this is a tower, an amethyst tower. What color did you have? The sunset, what color did we talk
I
about?
had like orange, but then it's kept in my mind, it kept saying purple, purple.
Okay,
But
so
then-
whatever, okay, so and then you have this purple tower. So this is being able to focus. What do you really, really desire in your heart? And you'll be able to focus that and make it happen.
And with the engravings on it, it was actually
Yeah,
engraved.
what your heart, your soul knows. Your soul has already figured it out. Now it's a matter of tuning in and focusing on what is your soul directive. That make sense? Because it's not about what you're thinking or what you think you might want. It's about what's your destiny, what's your purpose. It's opening up, tuning into that, letting that be shown to you, and then focusing on it. Everything else is just stuff. Anybody else have any other questions? Yes?
So, is it just the tower itself? Because I had a tower as well,
Yeah, cool.
but it was like clear and gold.
Clear and
So,
gold.
yes, more like gold was radiating out of it.
Okay, so the clear tower, again, is being able to clear what's obstructions in your way with focus. And the golden light is only focus on the things that are worthy of your attention. And then you'll shine. That makes sense? her friend's elbowing her. Yeah. Anybody else? Yes.
A silver coin with diamonds embedded in it.
Silver coin with diamonds embedded in it. So this coin, any kind of coin, is reminding you of your worth. The fact that it's silver is reflective. So your worth is reflected in what you do. And the diamonds are saying that you've been through tough stuff. It's your time to shine. I think we're all going to cry on that one. But that's okay. Yes.
I had a gazing ball.
A gazing
on
ball.
A pedestal.
Woohoo!
And it was not a clear one. It had sort of like that iridescent carnival glass look to it. So it changing colors.
Okay.
Rotated.
So this is asking you to just be. Just be. The purpose of a gazing ball is to get divine insight. But we don't get divine insight if we're analyzing and thinking and stressing and doing and be. It's about being in the moment and allowing ourselves that peace within that allows divine source to communicate with us. Does that make sense to you? Yes, Karis?
I got a wizard staff with an opaque white crystal on the top.
Wizard staff with an okay, so this is, see, wizard staff is about knowing your truth and walking your path, and this is supporting you. There's also a beacon of light for others to follow.
Thank you.
Make sense? Yeah. Make.
A tuning fork.
A tuning fork. Oh, this is going to allow you to tune in to source in a new way. Tune into your creativity in a new way. And it's going to be really clear and really easy. Yes?
It was Jesus.
It was Jesus. Oh my word. Talk about tears. You are loved. You are loved. You are forgiven. You are blessed. And you have the big guns walking with you. Woohoo!
A blue flower with a yellow center, and the blue is like the color blue of your cloth over the blue dye.
This one. Oh, this is is this like a sapphire blue?
Sapphire blue.
So blue flower. Was it a single flower?
Yes, it was like a one of those big trumpet flowers, you know, that has
Yes.
like a big open and then a little stamen in the middle that's kind of like a star that was gold and yellow.
Okay, so you are opening to divine connection. Blue has to do with communication. So you're receiving divine communication, you're speaking your truth, speaking it clearly. And then the golden is about value. Valuing who you are, valuing the words that you're saying, because they're not just your words, they're coming from divine source. So trusting that communication and really being open to receiving and giving even more. Okay? Yes?
Yeah, I didn't get one of those cards, but I'm still back there with my color thing.
Okay, color.
My color was royal blue.
Royal blue.
Yeah.
Ditto. The royal blue has to do with communication. So this is about feeling the divine communication and being able to communicate from your heart clearly so that people can hear you. Does that make sense?
Color.
So you're being gifted with that.
Great.
Awesome. Yes?
I got a feather.
A feather. What kind of feather?
It was kind of like brown and gray and white, and it floated down and landed in my hand. And then I grabbed the end of it and like started like drawing, dancing with it.
Awesome.
And then it just flew out of my hand, and then I watched it fly into the orange sunset.
Okay. So this feather is the freeing of your spirit and the connection of your spirit with divine spirit so that together you're free. That makes sense? You know, life can get kind of challenging as far as we got to get this done, got to get that done, got to get this done. And this allows you the ability to do that, but with a free spirit, without without regimenting yourself and stealing your joy. So free, be free. Okay? Yes?
I got two things, actually. And one of them for sure was kind of told to me what it was, but the first thing that I got was a marble, but it was a small marble, like a marble, but it looked like the earth.
It looked like the
It
earth?
looked like the world, yeah. Like it looked like the world.
Got the whole world. Yes, whatever. Okay. So this is about knowing we're all connected, we're one. And having that perspective of the world and the world's issues in a whole different, it's in your hands. How things change is in your hands. You have power to change things. What was the second thing?
So is that little, the little kids game that you get them when they're really little, that's like the circle and you put a little shape, like the star goes, and the star goes, and the triangle goes where it goes?
Okay, all right. So everything's going to go in its place. You'll find a way. You'll find a way. Everything fits the way it needs to fit. With all the changes you got coming, it's going to all fit together. Okay, we're going to wrap up. If you have questions that didn't get a chance to ask me, you can ask me after services. Somebody did some baked goods in the kitchen. I think there's still some there. Areta, you're going to do your discussion group after church, so head to heart.
I tested the cinnamon rolls. They're okay.
Michelle brought the cinnamon rolls. Who brought the bread? John. Oh, gluten-free. All right, so discussion group right after services. Let's do a energetic closing for the folks online. Thank you for joining in. And if you have any questions, you can leave it in the comments, and I'll get to you when I get home and work on it. So rub your hands together really, really, really fast. Bring the energy into your heart space from divine source, and from your heart space to your left hand back to your right hand, and then back to your heart space. This connects a circuit, and you'll begin to feel energy building between your hands. Doesn't that feel lovely? And this beautiful energy that's building is not your energy. It's not draining you. This is divine energy. It's a gift. Bring that into your heart space and let it fuel you for the rest of the week, and we will see you next time. God bless. See you. Bye. And let